God bless you, family, and welcome back to my channel. Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a immune booster juice using celery, cucumber, pineapple, blueberry, and of course my favorite, coconut water. Now, I'm going to start by chopping up the celery first. I would use about 4 to 5 stalks. In this video, I used 5 stalks of celery. Now, that might seem like a lot, but believe me, it's full of nutrition and it's full of those vitamins that you need. And celery is also packed with water, and so is cucumber as well. Now, all these ingredients mixed together are really good for the immune system. And what it does is it also keeps the lymphatic system moving, and it helps to flush out all those nasties that you get on a daily basis from all types of toxins when you breathe the toxins in the air, sometimes from, the foods that you eat, etc., etc. All these vegetables are cleansing, they're good for the blood, and they help to clear out toxins out of your system, which is really, really important. So what I've done is I've chucked it all in the jug, no airs and graces, and what I'm going to do now is chuck in all those blueberries. Now, blueberries are rich in vitamin C, so they're really good for getting rid of viruses and colds and things like that. Now, I'm chopping up the pineapple, and it might seem like I'm going to war with this pineapple right now, but I assure you, when you've got 7 children to feed, you learn to chop very quickly. So when it comes to chopping, I most certainly don't muck about. Now, pineapple is very good for the blood and very good, again, for clearing out toxins. It's also good for getting rid of unhealthy fat in the belly or in your body in general. Now, what I did beforehand was I soaked the vegetables in a large bowl in apple cider vinegar. But I decided not to bore you with those details. But this is very good for getting off pesticides and all types of nasties. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the coconut water inside the jug, and usually you only need about half a carton of coconut water. Now, you don't need to use that. You can use plain ordinary water if you prefer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck it in the blender, and as you can see, it's blending really nicely all together. Now, what I tend to add to my juices is herbs. So I tend to use Irish sea moss, and I use ginger powder. Now, these two in particular are my favorites because, once again, it's very good for the immune system, very good as an anti-inflammatory, which is the ginger. And the Irish sea moss is really good for your immune system and just good for cleansing the blood in general. Now, what I do is I put a spoonful of the ginger powder inside the juice, and then I put a spoonful of organic Irish sea moss, which I purchased on Amazon, but you can also get that from your local health store as well. I put a spoonful of that, and I just mix it in with a spoon, and then I will proceed to blend it all together once again. So in it goes, all blended together. And then once I've blended it all together in the blender, which I haven't bored you with for all intents purposes, I do the old-fashioned route, which is using a sieve and a whisk to sieve the juice through. So I use a sieve and I use a whisk, and I just whisk it through. Now, as some of you all know, I am a cancer survivor. It's been 3 years for me, praise God. And what God taught me is that sometimes God doesn't heal you. Sometimes he teaches you to heal yourself. And I think that's very important that we realize this. We need to be in health. It's important that we take care and take charge of our health and pray to the Lord, and he will direct our paths. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm keeping the fibre that gets left over from juicing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it, nothing gets thrown away. I'm going to store some of it in the fridge, which can store for up to 2 to 3 days. And the rest of it I tend to put in a bowl. And I'm going to show you here what it looks like. Now, that doesn't look too attractive here, but I can assure you it's very healthy, it's very good for you, and it actually tastes absolutely delicious. Now, what you can do is add your favourite yogurt to it. Which is what I do. I put it in a bowl with my favourite yogurt, and I add some of my favourite seeds. Sometimes I chop up some fruit, or I put some seeds onto it, and I have it as breakfast. Now, these are the juices that I've made up. Now, this one has given me 3 juices, and the rest of the jug is in the fridge. So guys, that's the end of this video. I pray that you've enjoyed it. My juices have been an absolute blessing to me. They help to keep me healthy. I haven't had a cold or flu since I started juicing. And of course, it helped me clear my cancer. So this is the final result with the yogurt and the fibre that was left over from the juicing. I've added some sunflower seeds and some organic raisins displayed here by my wonderful husband. I pray that this video blesses you, and remember, stay in health.